about quadratic inequalities, something you've done in term 1. So these are quadratic inequalities: bigger than 0, less than 0, bigger than equal to 0, or less than equal to 0. Okay, so we're going to solve it using graphical method. Okay, graphical method to find a solution to a quadratic inequality, and we need to make sure the right side is always 0. Okay, now let's look at this. We're going to go through these procedures. We're going to solve x plus 3 in brackets, x minus 2 in brackets equal to 0. We're going to solve one inequality, two inequality, and one equation using this graph. Okay, so this graph is x plus 3, x minus 2. This graph has been drawn on the right. Okay, this is the graph. It's already drawn there for you. Okay. Okay, good. So we've drawn this graph, and then you say solve this equal to 0. So which part of the graph does the equation correspond to? It corresponds to y equal to 0, isn't it? Thank you. Alright, okay, alright. Let's continue. What we do is, what are the x value that correspond y equal to 0? When is y equal to 0? Have a look. That's when y is 0, isn't it? Yes? Y is 0. At these two places only. And what's the x value that correspond to this y equal to 0? What's the x value? 2 and negative 3. So you write down x equal to 2, x equal to negative 3. Let's write it negative 3 first. Negative 3 and 2. We're on page 5. Okay, good. Does that make sense? Now, of course, this is a hard way to solve this problem, but we can actually generalize this to an inequality. Okay, so basically when we solve the equation, it's really finding the x-intercept, because that corresponds to the y value of 0, which is on the x-axis. Okay, so y equal to 0, which part of the graph? On the x-axis. On. Let me emphasize the word on. Okay, it's on the x-axis. Now, once we know how to use the graph to solve the equation, we can also use the graph to solve the inequality. Now, how does that work? Now, this time, it is less than 0, not equal to 0. So again, we let y equal to the formula, which is drawn on the right. Again, this is drawn already. And then it says that it's less than 0. So this is less than 0, so it means y is less than 0. And which part of the graph? Let's examine where is the y value negative. And where's the y negative? This is negative. This is negative. This is negative. Right? These are all the y value that's negative. And what are the x value? Well, you can say maybe the x values are negative 2, negative 1, 0, and 1, isn't it? Right? Are there any more? In fact, there's many, many more. I'm only examining these points. So what are the actual x value? The actual x value will be any number. Let me use purple. Any number C, right? All these points has the y value negative. Can you see all these points has the y value negative as underlined here? So therefore, what are the x values? So x must be between two values. What are the 2 points? Between 2 to negative 3. Does this make sense? So between 2 and negative 3, the y values are negative. That's how we solve this inequality. As you can see from the y values here, right? They are all negative y values. Yeah? So that's how we use the graph to solve inequality, is to look at the y values of the graph, which correspond to the inequality less than 0. Yeah? And then solving the next one. So basically, in this case, we're going to say, below, when you see less than 0, we'll say below the x-axis. Again, I want to emphasize the word below. Okay? So basically, in a nutshell, When it's equal to 0, it's on the x-axis. When it's less than 0, it's below the x-axis. And of course, when you see bigger than, it's above and beyond. Above and on the x-axis, right? So for this one, again, the first step is to let y equal to x plus 3, x minus 2, which is already drawn already. Right? And then we'll say which part of the graph, bigger than 0 means it's above, on, and above x-axis. Actually, on or above, not and. On or above x-axis. On or above. Okay? So that's when the y values are positive. See, all the y values are positive. If I underline this, y bigger than 0, y bigger than 0. All this has y bigger than 0. And the corresponding x values are these numbers. Okay, so what do we do? So the numbers are, let me use a different color. Are there more color available? No, okay, let's use this. Let's use green here and there, right? So what the x values? So x has to be more than 2. So right, x is bigger than or equal to 2, or x is less than or equal to -3. Okay, which is this part. Okay. Any questions? So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so you can see the whole picture. Alright, that's how we solve using graphical method. I'm going to get you to do some questions on the next page. Just one example, or there's 2 examples we can do. It's all summarized for you. The procedure to solve quadratic inequality. Okay, you must draw a graph. So let's try to do the next page. So I've summarized all for you. So what's the procedure? The first step is to make sure the right side is 0. Make sure the right side is 0. So move all terms to the left side, make one side 0. Let y be the function, graph the function, find the x value that corresponds to the y values. Easy. Okay, let's do it. First step, let's rearrange. So we're going to write x squared minus 4 is less than 0. And then maybe write it again so that it's on your right side. Right, always put the 0 on the right so it's easier to read. And you're going to let y equal to x squared minus 4. So you're going to draw this graph. So we're going to draw it. Alright, draw it. So how do we draw? You find the x-intercept. You don't need the y-intercept, just the x-intercept. How do you find the x-intercept? Y equal to 0. So you go 0, x squared minus 4 equal to 0. You can either factorize, difference of 2 square, or you can just square root it. Up to you, you get the same thing. Right, so you get the 2 and -2. And the parabola is concave up. That's it. That's all you have to do. So your first step is to draw it. Okay? Alright, so draw the parabola. And once you drew the parabola, then we'll look at the inequality, say less than 0. That means y being that thing, that's y, has to be less than 0. And where is it less than 0? Over here. Below or on the x-axis. Right? And you find the x values. So what are the x values? X value will be here. Will be here. These are the x values, right? Between 2 and -2. Does that make sense? Okay? Alright, try the next one. Exactly the same thing. Of course, it's slightly different, so have a try to do it. You should have a try before we finish. Okay, have a try. And you're going to learn from your mistake if you make one, but if you didn't make one, that means you know it, then you should just start the exercise. Okay? It's today's exercise 9.2, I think. Let me double check. Where's my... Oh, here. Today's 9.2. Yeah, there's not a lot of questions. You can finish it before the lesson ends. Okay? So, try to do that. 9.2. But try the next question. Quick. Try it, please. You can't just copy all lesson. Just try it. Okay? Have a try. It's not as hard as you think. It's very easy. See, it's all outlined for you. Seriously. It's all written for you in front of you. Have a look. Yeah, we've done this before, but then remember we do the testing of points. Remember we do it this way, we test the point, we tick. Yeah, that was easier, but then now you can do it by graph even quicker, I think. If you test point, it takes a while to substitute on the calculator. If you just draw it, it's very quick. It's up to you which method you want to use. Alright, try it, please. Have a try. Okay, follow these 4 procedures. It's all in the box. Maybe I could highlight it. How do I highlight? Highlight this. Okay, so I'm going to highlight this thing. This is how you solve quadratic inequality. Alright. Alright, good. So color. Nicely colored. I will become a good painter. Or filled. Oh, actually not very good. Okay, it's all filled. Okay. Alright, everything's painted. Okay, now do this quickly. Give you a couple more minutes, then we'll finish. Alright, hurry up. Have a try, please. Have a try. Let's try this. So you moved it to the left side, which is good. So you got 3x squared minus 12x equal less than 0. Y equal to this. So whatever that is, you just let y equal to that. And draw it. Draw. How do you draw? Find the x-intercept. Find x-intercept. How do you find x-intercept? Y is 0. And then just solve by factorizing. Okay, have a try. Factorize. Go. You take out highest common factor. Highest common factor. What's the highest common factor? Yeah, do it. Alright, okay. And then what do you do? Well, you use the null factor law, right? Either this is 0 or this is 0, right? Alright, keep going. Zoom out. There you go. And then just put the points. What's the x-intercept? And 4. Okay, do it. Draw the graph. Draw a graph. Parabola. Okay, so hopefully you drew the parabola with x-intercept 0. Now notice that it's concave up as well. So make sure you got the right concavity. That's plus, so it's concave up. So let's draw a concave up parabola. And then which part do we look at now? It's less than 0. Right, y is less than 0. So which part? How comes also less than 0? Oh, oops. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, less than 0 will be here. Oh, still here. Okay, so what's the x value? X has to be between 0 and 4. Okay? Alright, you got it. So exercise 9.2 today. And do the questions. Thank you very much. If you have questions, let me know. But please do the work today. I suggest you to do extra if you can. Are there extras? There's not much extras. They're all the same questions. Okay, good. Type that cat out.